Good morning. Good morning, Solno. So we'll start with law. We'll start the introduction for CA final now. Now, in CA final law, we have two parts. One is corporate law, another one is economic law. But economic law, we have two parts. One is security law, another one is other laws. In corporate law, we have two parts. One is Companies Act, another one is IBC. So put the heading, corporate and economic laws. Under corporate law, you write 60 marks. That is for Companies Act. Then 10 marks for IBC. 10 marks for IBC. See, they may ask plus or minus, okay? So, corporate law, we have like two parts, da. Okay, Companies Act like 60 marks, IBC 10 marks. Then economic laws, securities laws and other laws. Economic law 30 marks. Economic law 30 marks. Securities law will be like, I will tell you, what is securities law? SEBI, SCRA. These two are securities law. Then FEMA, PMLA, arbitration, FCRA, these and all other laws. Okay. From securities law, they may ask from 10 to 12 marks. From other laws, they will ask the balance. Somewhere around 18 marks plus they will ask from other laws. Okay. Now, first we will complete what are the portions in other laws. And security means like economic laws we will complete. SEBI means like in securities law you should write SEBI, SCRA, SCRA, Securities Contract Regulation Act. So SEBI and SCRA. Then we have hi, I was waiting for you people. So in economic laws you have first securities law, SEBI, SCRA. Then in other laws you have PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering, FEMA, FCRA arbitration, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, arbitration and conciliation, arbitration and conciliation, okay. So you have this in idhula PMLA is very important, and past two examination either arbitration question is coming or FCRA question is coming. Okay, so from this two they are asking one. From SEBI and SCRA, either SEBI is coming or SCRA is coming. Okay, but PMLA, two questions is coming. Every attempt, two questions, 8 marks from PMLA. Okay, see, I can tell you only from the 70 marks paper. The 30 marks MCQ, where they are asking, I don't know, because it's not published outside. Correct? So from the 70 marks, I am telling you this. See, I used to predict the entire 100 mark question paper previously. Because it was open, no. 30 marks kuda, it's also descriptive previously. But nowadays, the 30 marks they are not publishing. If they publish, we can predict. But there is no blueprint for it. So it's very, very difficult to predict. See, if we have to predict for the 70 marks paper, we can do it only when we know the pattern of like last 2-3 attempts. So we cannot do it immediately. Can you able to understand? So maybe after one more attempt only, we can have some blueprint. Okay, this is what the pattern. If I say just by saying 1 or 2 paper, It may not be the blueprint. And there is no, what I can say, that weightage is there no in institute website. Whether they are following 100%, I don't know. Okay, in every subject, I am telling you, this time in CA Foundation, we all know this economics has been linked with some other subject now. Okay, that's called business commercial knowledge, BCK they will say. Either 60 or 40 actually, but this time it is 75. Economics they have asked 75, and there is no split between that. See, at least for small people they could have done that. Institute is mixing everywhere. Like there is no hard rule or rigidity between institute. Institute is so flexible. They can ask anything. See, at one point of time, they may not ask anything from 2 or 3 act, and they may concentrate more on one act, or they may concentrate more on one chapter. Can you able to answer? In one act, one chapter, they will concentrate more. So there is no hard and fast rule for institute. They will be so flexible in their question paper. If they want to set it very difficult, they will set it like that. Okay. Then come to corporate law. First we have to complete the IBC. IBC 10 marks is over. Then we have to be with the company law. Okay. So company law, we have to start from directors chapter. Directors chapter is section 149 to section 172. This is directors chapter. Directors chapter 149 to 172. Then comes meetings chapter. Meetings 173 to 193. Then comes key managerial personnel, KMP. Key managerial personnel, KMP 196 to 205. 196 to 205. They will ask in descriptive somewhere around 15 marks from these 3 areas. These 3 put together, they will ask somewhere around 15 marks. This time, they have not touched the KMP at all. Maybe that KMP would have been asked in MCQ. Descriptive 15 marks they will ask this area. I am telling that 15 marks is from the descriptive point of view. Actually these 3 chapters put together should have a weightage of somewhere around 24 marks. The weightage of this 3 chapter is 24 marks. Understood? Other 15 marks will come in descriptive. Balance will come in objective. Okay. Then inspection and investigation. The next chapter is inspection and investigation. (206 to 229). 206 to 229. Four marks. See, I can tell you, we can split objective and descriptive also. Okay. So descriptive plus objective for directors, meetings, and KMP is how much? 24 marks. Okay. Then compromise and arrangement. Compromise and arrangement. 230 to 240. Compromise and arrangement 230 to 240. How much it is? It should be around 4 marks. 230 to 240. Then prevention of oppression and mismanagement. Prevention of oppression and mismanagement. Prevention of oppression and mismanagement. It will come 4 marks. But sometimes it's coming, sometimes they are not asking this. But 4 marks weightage. So this is from 241 to 246. Okay. 247 is registered valuer. a new chapter has been introduced. See, that is only one section, but it is a separate chapter. 247, registered valuer. Then strike off of companies, a new concept has been introduced. Striking off of companies. 248 to 252. See, registered valuer, it is a hot topic today, but it may not be hot topic tomorrow. Okay, so since it is a hot topic today, they will ask question. But once 2-3 times they asked question, then they will never touch this chapter. Okay. Removal of companies, removal of name of strike off of companies. 248 to 252. 248 to 252. Strike off. Then the next few chapters has been deleted from Companies Act. Sick industry companies and all, they have deleted. So you don't worry. Then we will start with 270 to 365. Winding up. After winding up, we have actually in Companies Act one chapter, winding up of unregistered company, that has been removed from your syllabus. In Companies Act it is there. It has been removed from your syllabus. Then companies capable of being registered under this act, there is one chapter which has been removed from your syllabus. Okay, but it is there in Companies Act. Okay, section 366 to section 370. Wait, don't write. 366 to 378. 366 to 378 has been removed from your syllabus. It's there in the act. Okay, so we should start from section 379. Foreign company. Company incorporated abroad, foreign company. Section 379 to section 393. Okay, 393. Foreign company, 4 marks. Winding up, 4 marks. So yeah, then government company, 394 and 395. It is totally a unimportant chapter. It's not so much important. Then registrar of companies no chapter is there. Don't write. It was there. It has been removed from your syllabus. It's there in the act. 396 to 405. Registrar of companies and statistics. These are 2 chapters which has been removed from your syllabus. 406, there is one chapter. One section is equal to one chapter. 406. It's called Nidhi company. Okay, it is there for you. But it is also not so important. Okay, because it was hot topic few months before, like 1 year, 1 attempt before, they asked like Nidhi company. But maybe in future they will not ask Nidhi company. Okay, 406 Nidhi company. Then 407 to wait, just listen. 407 to 434. This chapter is called NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal and Appellate Tribunal. This is the chapter. But Institute has removed from 407 to somewhere 419 they have removed from your syllabus. But chapter is there. See, I will tell you, they removed full chapter from your syllabus. They removed half chapter from your syllabus. Can you able to understand? So some chapters, so continuity will be missing for you. Like no, when I am telling you section by section, suddenly we will be skipping some section and we will be landing up somewhere else. So the continuity will be missing for you. That's why I am telling all those things. Okay. So you write section 407 to 435 NCLT. But we will not study all the sections. We will study only from middle. But this time one question in MCQ they asked from the portion which has been deleted from your syllabus. So everyone wrote, have you seen the Facebook, Instagram that institute has been asking from deleted portions and all. கரெக்டாக so many people publish பண்ணாங்க அதை. See, I don't know because I have not seen the question paper. Whatever people told who wrote the exam and come only, I can tell you. So, but they may give grace marks. So, don't worry about it. Oh, sir, they will give grace marks. Don't worry. I know institute. They may be difficult in correction for the questions where they have given properly, but that 1 mark they will put here, 1 or 2 marks they will add here, but they know how to reduce somewhere else. Say for example, in key, institute will say this point is mandatory to give marks. In key if they write that, and in exam answer paper if the student didn't write that, so that means they will not give any marks. So if they want to reduce marks and they want to give grace marks also, it is possible. Okay, so I know institute has given very good amount of grace marks. 2 years back question papers are like a booklet, big booklet. Okay, reading question paper itself will take 1 hour time. Accounts question paper and all avlo persu, it's very book. 2 years back, so they will give grace marks. Next, so till NCERT we completed, no, then special court 435 to 446, 435 to 434 varaikkum NCERT, till 434 is NCERT, 435 to 446 is special court. See, Companies Act we have one court, okay, it's called special court, Companies Act court. Then 447 to 454, it's called punishment, okay, penalties, okay, penalties chapter, 447 to 454. 455 to 470 is miscellaneous. Okay, so punishment, penalties, then miscellaneous. But in your book ICA material, miscellaneous will combine few other chapters also. ICA, according to them, miscellaneous is different. Okay, because the chapter which like one section chapter and all, they will group in miscellaneous. But Companies Act, if you want to read, it will be like this order only. Okay, see, we will go by Bar Act. Generally we will go by Bar Act, but we have to reconcile with ICAI book also. So first we will go by Bar Act, then we will reconcile with ICAI book. Okay, because ICAI from where they are copying? From the Bar Act only they should copy. See, no one can write law on their own. See, if I give you book AKS Krishnan study material, that is only from Bar Act, but only thing is the wording in the Bar Act will be little hard to read. Same wordings only we should also follow, but somewhere where I find the students, okay, find it hard, whatever I felt, I diluted the wordings, and the complexity of a paragraph has been split into points. That is what our book is. See, when I give you a concept book, question bank for corporate law, question bank for economic law, why it is? See, I didn't write anything new. Okay, it is Indian Companies Act, it's not AKS Krishnan's Companies Act. So what I used to do, I used to break the paragraphs and I should dilute some wordings which is very hard. I should give some explanation for wordings. Can you able to understand? For example, if the wording is moral turpitude or otherwise, so people will think what moral turpitude only, they don't know, or otherwise means anything other than moral turpitude. That's what they will think. Everything has a meaning. So I will dilute the wordings and I will tell what is what, how to read this word and how to read this word. Okay, and somewhere whether you have to link this, some other section, this section has to be linked with some other section, how to interpret this wordings, how to interpret this section, how to come out of this problem. This is what we will write in our concept book. Okay, concept book should be like a speaking friend for you. When you start reading law, you should love law. Oh, okay, this is why see why one section is there, you should know that. Correct? Can you able to understand? So it should speak with you. If you violate a section, what will happen? Why that section has so much of importance? Why they are keep on asking section 161 every time? If you touch the paper, question paper, section 161 will be there. Every time, I'm telling you, every time section 161 will be there. Why it is so much important? Every time if you see section 179 to section 186, one question will be there. Every time. Every time if you see section 197, section 203, these two section, one section will be there. Every time. Can you able to understand? See, because these sections are so much important. Okay, now this is corporate law structure. Corporate law, IBC, economic law, other law. Okay, means like security law, economic law. Now, your question paper pattern, they have 6 questions. Sometimes they are asking 8 marks question, 6 marks question. Sometimes they are asking 8 marks and 4 marks question. Means like 2 4 marks question. 1 6 marks and 2 4 marks. So somewhere around 14 marks descriptive questions. So 6 into 14 kind of they are asking. 8 marks question, you should write 2 full page answer. Okay, if you start in the left hand side, 2 full page you should write. 6 marks question, 1.5 page you should write. 4 marks question, 1 page you should write. You should write. You should see, most of the people, when I see the answer is right. Okay, even for 4 marks, the answer is right. I cannot tell the answer is wrong. But how you arrive the answer? See, you cannot, in the maths exam, you cannot write only answer in the answer paper. Should write the steps, right? Sir, I can do everything in the calculator. In SFM, I will tell you, in SFM, you can finish on sum in calculator. If you have memory plus and GT, you can able to finish at least 50% of the sum in the calculator itself. You can just write only the main things and you can finish the answer. But that should not be the right way to answer. Each and every step you should write in your answer paper. Otherwise, even your answer is right, they will not even put half marks. Okay, so the answer, the final answer, the conclusion is not important, but how you are arriving the answer is important. Can you able to understand? So, how to write an answer? Okay, right. How to present an answer? First, no straight question will be asked in CA final. Okay, so they will give you one case only. Every question will have somewhere around 6 to 8 lines question, and you should read the case and find what is the direct question. See, a direct question will be there, but the direct question will not be asked directly. It will be given in a case. So you should find one line la, you should find what is the question. One line, simple one line la. Question may be 6 line or 7 line, but ultimately the crux will be in one line. Sometimes maybe in 2 line. Keep it in your mind. That is called fact of the case. Okay, right. Read the question, read the case, read the question and read the case. Understand the fact and write in your answer paper as facts of the case. But you should not write beyond 2 lines. Should not write beyond 2 lines. What you understood from the question, that you should write in 2 lines. See, I will tell you why it is important. If you read one question paper, I will tell you one question I have read, or one question a student read and told me he understood the question like this: can a MD appoint alternate director? Can a MD appoint alternate director in his place if he is going abroad? This is the question. What a student thought, MD is going abroad, can the company have a alternate director for a MD? MD should be a full-time employee, right? So can the MD go abroad? அப்படி புரிஞ்சுட்டான் student. What he understood, can MD put leaves to the company? Can he go abroad? Then a student wrote, MD can also leave India, he can go abroad. So there is no restriction on Companies Act, okay, there is no restriction in the Companies Act to appoint an alternate director for MD. The question is not can you appoint alternate director for MD, the question is can a MD appoint alternate director. That means can a MD in the position of MD, can he appoint alternate director? It is not for him, it may be for another director also. Can he appoint? That is the question. But what student understood? MD is going abroad, can the company appoint alternate director for MD? Okay, by MD what he understood, for MD he understood. So what happened? Answer went wrong. The answer is specifically given in the Companies Act. Only board of directors can appoint alternate director. So MD as a single person cannot appoint alternate director. Can you ever see in association some decision to be taken in your flat owners association, president cannot take alone. President has to consult with secretary, treasurer. Can you ever understand? The group of people they have to consult. If it is necessary, then we have to call a general body meeting, right? So same way, if a MD, if he want to decide something, he cannot decide on his own. Some areas, yes, okay, no issue, but not all the areas he can decide alone. So what he has to do? Board of directors. So this is why you should write fact of the case. What you understood, you should write in facts of the case. This is point number 1. Point number 2 is provision. Applicable provision from what act? Applicable provision from what act? See, it may be from Companies Act, it may be from FEMA, it may be from SCBI, it may be from SCRA, it may be from PMLA, anything. Should write applicable provision from dash act. In Companies Act, if you are writing, mandatorily you should write section numbers. Okay? And description of the section. Section number and description of the section. In other laws, you write only description of the section. Don't write section numbers, but you should know description. From which part of this chapter this question has been asked. How many people skipped reading section number in your IPCC law? Venkat. So other people, they know section numbers in IPCC law, correct? That means from section 1 to section 122, you know. If I ask one section, you should tell at least from which chapter it is. Please raise your hands. You should raise your hands if you skipped a section number in your IPCC law. Raise your hands properly. I want everyone to see. That means Sudarshan, okay, Sangeeta. So they know IPCC law section numbers. So Sangeeta should now tell deposit section. You don't know. Then you should raise your hands. Deposit section is very, very important. Okay, leave it. Buyback section. அவ வந்து கை தூக்கினா, she didn't read it, but she is telling. See, I will tell you, in IPCC, hardly 6 sections would have read. Hardly. I'm telling you, hardly. Okay. Just go to YouTube, just type AKS KRISHNAN students performance. Just YouTube page. AKS KRISHNAN students performance nadi. One student will tell section 2, subsection 1 to subsection 94. Then from section 3 to section 122. Then another student will tell from section 123 to section 148. These people, I made them put urichedutha. But the problem is, only law they got mark. Casting the fail 25. Can you able to understand? 57 or 58 in law, they left ethics and communication. Kudurom. 40 marks ethics and communication, 30 marks company law, and some other 30 marks is other laws. என்ன பண்ணிட்டான், the conference in the Companies Act made them to leave ethics and communication. Or they would have read ethics and communication, but not to the greater extent. Generally what people will do, ethics and communication they will read, Companies Act they will leave in choice. Old syllabus people, I am telling you. Okay. But our student reverse. The same thing I am telling you now. Companies Act you will all know in and out. I am telling you now itself, I can give you in stamp paper. Companies Act section number from section 149 from what you have to section 470, but in between so many section has been removed. This I can make you in fingertips. Okay. But because of this, if you are going to leave the other laws, you will be ending up in getting not more than 55. Take it from me. Because company law section by section we will be getting a grip, but other law touch and go. There we cannot get grip of section by section. But whatever is there in your study material as headings, that you should know. For example, SEBI if you touch, hardly in study material itself, SEBI is hardly few pages. But ICDR will be there, which has been removed. LODR is there. For you, LODR they have introduced. If you read FEMA, FEMA is hardly anything. But the rules of FEMA has been there. Export-import rules is there. Now they have introduced ODI rules. PUSA, they have introduced ODI rules. So, but you know, ICI told ODI rules is applicable, import rules is applicable. ICI never published the book. Some comedy. Go to ICI website today. Just go to this boss knowledge portal. Go to announcement. Go to announcement. Then applicability of chapters and removal of chapters. They published one. In that, if you go, they have told in FEMA ODI rules, import rules are all applicable. But till date, they never published. That means what? Where from we will be reading all these things? From where we have to read? Go and read RBI circular. It will go. 50-60 pages it will go. Which paragraph is important? Unless otherwise, you do practically IDPMS. How many people know IDPMS? பத்தியா யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. அப்போ எப்படி import rules தெரியும்? How we will know import rules? How we are expected to know import rules? That is the reason in GST, that is in IDT institute, everyone saying no, this IDT paper is difficult, this time IDT paper is so difficult. They touched from customs. These people never know customs because we never get exposed. Our faculty also don't know customs. This is what practically. Which faculty is doing practically things and coming and telling to class? Close your eyes and see what your faculties are doing after class is over. Ask yourself, what is your IPC faculty after 9 o'clock class is over? What they will do? They will take another batch. After that batch, they will take another batch. After that, they will take another batch. One day, 4 batch they will take. IPC batch they will take, CPT batch they will take, final batch they will take. Appo practice பண்ணுவாங்க. When they will practice? If a person is taking tax, you should go to assessing officer or okay, now e-proceedings, sit in the computer system, do e-proceedings, then find the difficulty, digital signature generating file, uploading the PDF file, enna problem varudhu, special character has been introduced, remove the space. In the mari problems, whatever we are facing, that we should tell to the student. This may not be asked in exam, but this will be useful for the student. If a person who is taking GST class, he should be exposed to customs also. If he is taking whatever is there in the book, enna na book படிச்சிட்டு நல்லா அது என் ஸ்டூடண்ட் சொல்லி தருவான். I am telling you, you people can teach Companies Act to this world. I will teach you everything in and out in the Companies Act. You can teach to your friends. Problem enna, you people will not be having practical knowledge. அங்க வந்துட்டு இருக்க ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் வந்துரும். For example, this time they asked one question. One person got 2 din or 3 din. Inadvertently, ROC allotted him 2-3 dins. How many PAN numbers you can have? Only one, right? How many din you can have? Correct? Can 2 companies have same names? I know plenty of companies having same literal names, word by word, letter by letter, same names. I'm telling you, same names. I will tell you once the video recording is over. I will write in the board also what are the company names. You will be shocked. It's even today it is available in the website. You can go to mca.gov.in. You can search the company's name. Chennai and the company will be there. Same name, same company. Delhi will be there, but different SIN number. Karnataka it will be there. Andhra it will be there. One director has 6 DIN. 6 DIN they have. When we got it, a few months back, DIR KYC is mandatory. That time we try to link all the PAN number, we have to link with. Then if I link one DIR, one DIN with PAN number, another DIN also should be linked. That time it is shouting us, this person is having more than one DIN. You know something, section 155 is very specific. If the person is having more than one DIN, it's prohibited. Section 159, there will be penalty. But ROC is very lenient. If you have more than one DIN, don't worry, come and surrender the DIN. It will take 10 days process. You submit the papers, DIR 516 you submit, enough, leave it, we will take care. They are very calm because whose mistake is allotting more than one DIN? It is ROC's mistake. They shouldn't have allotted DIN. Okay, but they allotted DIN. But first of all, the professional would have signed the DIN form, right? The DIR 3, the professional would have signed it. Why the professional is signing a DIN form again and again? For example, I started one company. You are my professional, you are my chartered accountant. You asked me whether you have DIN. I told no. You applied one DIN and you got it. Again, for the next company starting, she is approaching me. She is assuming that I don't have DIN. So she is assuming that I am a fresh promoter. So she applied one DIN. System also gave me one DIN. First of all, the system is not so robust 2-3 years back. But system today is so robust. Innikala, after Modi's regime, you cannot, but even today, GST and all, the system is not so robust. But companies like MCA system is superb. Comparatively, I am telling you, comparatively. Okay. Income tax system is very good. It's too good, income tax system. This online scrutiny assessment, I am telling you, too good. But there are some issues. But idea is too good. Idea, like no, they don't want us to come before assessing officer. But assessing officer may ask some very small questions and all, or sometimes unrelated questions they will ask. If we talk openly, if we talk face to face, we can give like this. But if you have to give it in writing, it will go some pages to make him understand what is this. But okay, no issue. But I am telling you, practically, unless otherwise you see merging of DIN, surrendering DIN and all, that question is little difficult for you to write that. They have asked this 4 marks this time. One person got 2 DIN. And they asked so many practical questions. From PMLA, they asked so much practical question. Okay, so we people, at least we have not been exposed to that. Teacher, it is my duty to tell how practically this situation can be there in the question. Because I will tell you, institute is giving honorarium for many chartered accountant to give questions to the institute. So nowadays, question paper is not set by one single individual or 2 individuals or 3 individuals. It is given to all chartered accountants. They have sent mail to me. It's not because Krishnan no, I am a chartered accountant, I am a member of institute. Okay, so they send mail to every chartered accountant stating you can coin questions from law, DT, IDT along with the answers. So we need not write exactly a full answer. We will tell, colloquially we will tell, as a chartered accountant we will tell. But it will go to the team of people who can set the exam. So they will read our question. And for each question, we will get honorarium. Then imagine, each and every chartered accountant will face situations. Every day he is facing 1 or 2 situations. So he will write the situation. he will not tell the names of the company, etc. He will put X name, Y name, and he will give to institute for question papers. And institute will collate everything. So, take it from me, past question papers will never get repeated in law, IDT, GST. Means like DT. Why? Because chartered accountants is sitting and writing questions. They are asking chartered accountant to give questions, and they are paying honorarium to it. If I write one page, I will get 6,000 rupees honorarium. Then I will write 2-3 questions. I will write. This is how your question papers will be set in future. Doing economic law, there is an option paper is there, no 60. Purely this will happen. Can you able to understand? Company law, they will shift to economic law. Economic law, they will shift to company law. That 6D paper is there, no? So we have to read that paper also. What kind of questions has been asked in that paper? It may be incorporated in the company law paper. Because here also we have economic law. IBC is there in this 10 marks. There it is 25 marks. In economic law, IBC is 25 marks. Here it is 10 marks. So that question paper also we should read to understand. Because they may ask that question in simple language here. Okay, I will tell you IPCC costing from CMA costing book they are asking. CMA direct tax from ICA direct tax they are asking. So if you read CMA book you cannot answer CMA question. But if you read CA book you can answer CMA question. If you read CMA costing you can write CA answer. Can you able to understand? So all these things you should know. As a faculty I know. Practically also I should be exposed. Can you able to understand? So IBC, sir, whether you are exposed to IBC, I got one decision which is a landmark decision IBC. Till date, everyone thought after petition has been accepted by NCLT, unless committee of creditor has been formed and 90% of the committee of creditors approved, you cannot withdraw the case from the NCLT. This is what is there in the BAR Act. But I got the case withdrawn from the creditor before forming committee of creditor, but after accepted by NCLT and after appointing IRP. This is a landmark case. Okay, I will tell the company name later. Landmark judgment has been given. I quoted a judgment of Supreme Court somewhere and I got this thing. But the Supreme Court judgment is not directly related to IBC. It is a constitutional thing available between two parties, two disputing parties. Who are you to tell that I cannot withdraw the petition? See, if the issue is solved, I should withdraw the petition. Why you are making it complex? If IRP and all got appointed, the company will go for winding up. One creditor put the case, I am settling that creditor, you take the... But there is no provision available in the IBC. Withdraw pandadhukku provision illada. There is no provision in IBC. How can this act be there? You should allow the person to withdraw the case, right? See, everyone in India will fight, will dispute. But ultimately, panchayat will happen between them. Correct? Katta panchayat. This is what the famous thing in India. How many politicians getting money? By doing panchayat only. All these big people will be there. No, they will come and do panchayat. Okay, and out of the court settlement will happen, and we will get the thing withdrawn. If they are not withdrawing the case, it will become so complex. Both the parties will get ruined. Because each and every time I have to pay legal fees. This person also should pay, I should also pay. And I have to pay this IRP fees unnecessarily. He will put 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh he will put. IRP nowadays are charging 10-15 lakhs also. Unnecessarily. Case itself is 2 lakhs. Evlo rupa case 2 lakh rupees ku. Idhukku na IRP ki 2 lakhs kudukanum. Okay, then advocate kudukanum. I have to pay to advocate 50,000-60,000 rupees. Advocate will ask. Then procedural expenses will be there. To and fro communication expenses will be there. So many. Adu besam enna pannalam? 2 lakhs ta unakku enakku dealing. 1.75 lakhs, 0.97% over. Can you able to understand? Most of the IBC case, I don't know how many people are exposed to IBC, because in our office we may see many clients, company clients, where they have huge debtors. Okay, our partners will write, we have not received that confirmation from debtors, hence we are qualifying this. Instead, I will tell you, ask your partner to suggest the people to go and file IBC case. 5,000 rupees they will have to spend. File on IBC case. Then NESL, there is a portal, National E-Governance Security, E-Governance Service Limited. There is one new company started. You have to log into that company. Some 250 rupees they will ask fees. They have to upload the details of the creditor. Gone case the creditor is. Now it is the duty of the creditor to come and settle this. Otherwise, IBC will be taken. Maximum 10 to 15,000 rupees they have to spend. Whatever the amount of debtor, they will get it. But only thing is, you have to make sure that bill is there. If your company, any of your company has debtors, you follow this. Means like, no, the companies in which you are doing audit, big debtors is there for that company. Where this company is saying what? Sir, I followed up many times, sir, this person is not giving. Ask them to go for IBC. Within 10 days, this entire issue can be resolved. They may not get the full amount, but they will get some amount. Okay, people are ready to do it. Media amount of bad sport poidla. Okay, instead of locking 10 lakh rupees, practically I should explain all these things to you. Then you should visualize as if you are in the situation. Okay, you should think as if you are a company's owner or company's accountant or a professional. You should imagine yourself in the situation. Then you will start enjoying the subject. Then if you go to the exam hall, if you read the paper, nothing will be new for you. See, exam paper should be so much easy. If you are reading the question paper first time, if you are reading the question, then it will be difficult. But if it's already been somewhere in your life, you saw this question, then it will be so easy. Like Slumdog Millionaire, okay, he never studied anything, but all this question in his life practically he has seen. Can you able to understand? That opposite party who is asking question, he will be confused. How it is possible? He is an idiot sitting here, but he knows everything. How it is possible? Because in his life he got exposed to everything. But in our articleship, we may not be getting exposed to everything, right? So that is why you are here for class. If you got exposed to article, everything you know, sir, Companies Act I know, FEMA I got exposed, SEBI I got exposed, CRA I got exposed, impossible. If you get, then no issue. See, class is not for marks. I am telling you today also, class is not for marks. Class is for knowledge. But only knowledge without marks. What is it? No issue, waste. So knowledge plus marks we need, right? So I will give a lot of tests to you. Okay, we will go for a lot of question answers. So we will have knowledge. We should know how to put our knowledge into the paper. And generally society, till you pass CA, they need marks. After you pass CA, they expect knowledge. But generally, these two will not go hand in hand. Either people will have knowledge or people will get marks. But what society expects immediately after finishing CA, hey, you know this? I thought you were a chartered accountant, you should be knowing this. How it is possible? If I ask a question from international taxation for you, if you never got exposed to international taxation, for example, I am asking country by country report to you. What you will tell? Soundarya, country by country report. Have you filed in 3CD? Then 3CD, the country by country report is there. No, last two clauses, they may added. No, it's applicable from this assessment here. Sir, I have not got exposed to it. If I got exposed to it, I will tell. But it is not that I am doing dummy articles. It's not that you have not filled 3CD properly. You filled 3CD, you are doing an active articles, but you are not exposed to that clause. That means in international taxation, in transfer pricing and all, you are not getting exposed. I cannot expect you to get exposed in everywhere. As a teacher, I should share my experience to you. That is what my duty is. Can you able to understand? See, book okay, after reading the book, vomiting it's not a teacher's job. It can be done by anyone. But today, many teachers are doing that. Full-time teachers. That is the reason students are failing like anything. I have 2.5 years back, I have 100% result, 100% pass in CA final law. Last 3 attempts, I have 85% pass in CA final law. 85% pass. And our students are getting more than All India rank 1, 2 and 3. Our students are getting more than, in our book also I published their names. They are all getting more than All India rank 1 and 2 and 3. How it is possible? Because it is possible, they love law. It's not because of me, I teach law. I made them to like law. See, once I start making you to love law, then you will start studying automatically. My duty will be only 50%. Can you able to understand? So you people have to love law. I will tell you, daily after this class and all, you will start reading law. You will start liking law. I am telling you, take it from me, it will happen. And generally, if you read theory subject in night, you will sleep, right? start reading law, you will not sleep. Sleepே வராது. You will keep on asking question. இது எப்படி அது அப்படி இது எப்படி திங்க் பண்ணிட்டே இருப்ப. லூஸ் கூட ஆயிடுவ. Okay, if you keep on thinking, because now you will go mad. என்னடா இங்க லூப் ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கே, அங்க லூப் ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கே. See how I enjoyed law. I never gone for CA final law class. I did self study. Okay, but I did self study from Ramaya book. Okay, you people wouldn't have heard of this book, Ramaya. Sir, Sitaraman company la kadikuma poi vaangi paaren, 18,000 rupees. Okay, I did book. Okay, I did that book. I studied from that book. Sir, 18,000 rupees ku book vaanga summa kadodanga. I didn't bought by myself. My company bought it. My audit firm, they bought it. So my partners where I did articles, they will not ask ICA material, they will not see Generally Bare Act. They will ask to read from Taxman's Manual for Income Tax and Ramaya book for Companies Act, Dolphy D'Souza book for Accounting Standards. See, now only India is. When I was doing articles, it was Accounting Standards. Dolphy D'Souza book, it will be 2 big volumes like this. We have to read Accounting Standards only from that book. My partner will ask question from that book. He will ask question. He will tell, I am your principal, you are my student. I am not your boss, you are not my employee. என்ன genuine பா நீ அந்த பார்ட்னர்ஸ்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா even today if I see my partner I will fall in his feet because without him I wouldn't have got this knowledge. This knowledge is not because I passed CA, this knowledge because in articles I got exposure. என்ன exposure? ஏன் exposureலாம் எழுதி தரேன் அவனுக்கும் கிடைக்காது. அந்த 3.5 years I did my articles 3.5 years. அந்த 3.5 years in my life changed my life. In that first 6 months is waste. Okay, I didn't get exposed to anything, but first 6 months at least 10 to 15 times I thought of coming out of my firms. I think 7 months, first 7 months I didn't get even a single job. Office போவேன், 11 o'clock tea வரும், I will drink tea, வச்சுப்பேன், அப்படியே உட்காருவேன், திருப்பி எஞ்சி வீட்டுக்கு போயிடுவேன். I will go home. But I cried before my partner, sir please give me some audit. வெடிக்குது சார் தலை. 17 years old, I am not even 18 that time. He told, Krishnan, if I send you somewhere, my goodwill will get spoiled. I taken you are on my board, enough. Just read some working papers. Sir, bore adikidhu sir. Then one day there is no articles available in the office, they put me in one audit, turned my life, that's all. From there is no looking back. When I completed my articles, I was doing 5 audits in a single day at a time. 5 audits, single day. Even sitting in my client office, I will be doing another client. It was because see, don't be judgmental in your, I am telling you, okay, some of you may not be exposed to many things. Sometimes it will come automatically. But when it comes, you should not say no to it. Take it. Pudichiko, kattuko, learn it. Learn everything. See, don't say this is not my job, this is not my job description. சொல்லவே சொல்லாத. Because tomorrow you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a practitioner. That time you will be in this situation. What you will do? For example, share application money pending allotment is there in your financials. If share application money pending allotment is there for many long period, say for example more than 1 year it was there, as per Companies Act, if more than 60 days is there, it is a deposit. You have to charge interest. But instead, what you can do, shift it to loans received from shareholder or loans received from director and pay a very small amount of interest, very small amount. If it is to be in deposit only, it has to be charged like that, right? So shift it, pass a board resolution, pass an ordinary resolution in general meeting. You need not even file with ROC, just pass a resolution in a paper, get it signed, keep it in minutes book, over. Can you able to understand? See, you should know how to solve this issue. Should not keep on dragging the issue, but you should know that issue is there. Most of the people today, they are putting from trial balance to financial statement, getting signed, that's called balance sheet is over. Appo enna dash auditor. Auditor should do audit, no? What people are thinking, financial statement if I do, get it signed, it's over. Aduoda audit. If trial balance is tallied, financial statement should tally. People are giving sweets for getting tallied. Hey, my financial statement got tallied. This is not asinganda, this is not peruma, this kadama. Because sir, last 1 year none of my financial statement got tallied, sir. This time after 1 year only my financial statement got tallied. You know how big then when you will start doing audit? You learned how to put financial statement itself. Then when you will start doing audit? Most of our life got ruined by putting financial statements. We never exposed to what is audit, because our auditors, okay, they should tell the client to put the financial statement, but 50% of the time is drafting the financial statement. Then balance 50% we will do vouching, BRSC, TDS reconciliation, EPF reconciliation, then GST reconciliation. Audit is over. When you will do ledger scrutiny, when you will do compliance scrutiny, எவ்வளோ compliance தெரியுமா இருக்கு ஒரு கம்பெனியில்? How many compliance is there and how many people are following the compliance? We should do all these things. Then only we can become expert in the subject. You people will be getting expert. I am telling you, at least one company audit you will be doing. But without knowing what the company audit is over. I am telling you now, apply each and every section what you are going to read from today in the company. Close your eyes and think section 149 whether it is applicable for this company. Yes, from section 149 what and all is going to be applicable. Section 150 whether it is applicable for this company. From section 150 what and all is going to be applicable. Each and every section you should close your eyes and think whether the section is because not every section is applicable to every company. Okay, some section may not be applicable to one company. So close your eyes and think whether the section is applicable to this company, whether this section is applicable. If yes, then from the section, which part of the section is applicable to this company? Whether they complied with that section. Can you able to understand? Now we will start with section 149. Put the heading section 149. Presentation. Okay. You finish it and we will go to the 149. Presentation. First is facts of the case. Second is provision. Third is analysis. Analysis you should start. Explanation of the provision you should write. You should write explanation to the provision and in the given case. Explanation to the provision and in the given case. So analysis should have 2 paragraphs. So you should explain the provision, try to restrict yourself with Bare Act and write in the given case what happened. Mix it. Okay, then conclusion. Understood? So this is how you should write the answer. Facts of the case, provisions, explanation to the provision, in the given case, conclusion. 5 paragraphs, okay? Conclusion, be precise. Again, you should not write in detail. This explanation to the provision, you should write from the Bare Act or something. Or if you don't know Bare Act wordings, try to write some legal wordings. Don't use some friendly wordings. See, there is 2 types of writing. One is like colloquial way of writing. Another one is like presentation way of writing. Okay, see, examiner don't know whether you are a boy or a girl, whether you are a brilliant or idiot, whether you did active articles or dummy articles. They don't know anything. Whatever is there in the paper only they will. So your communication should be through that. Please understand. Okay, next. Now we will go to section 149. Put the heading Director's chapter. You should be here at 6:30. At 6:30 it was only drizzling. At 6:40 it is raining. And you all know when AKS Krishnan start taking class it will rain. Next. Section 149. Section 149, flowchart you put. Flowchart. Okay, just put on a horizontal line. Then first drop. Okay, there will be so many drop. Okay, drop down. There will be so many. Don't first apply drop in terms small. Okay. First drop. Who can become director? who can become director? Second drop, how many directors? How many directors? See, when you drop first drop, second drop should be little lengthier than the first drop. Second arrow, down arrow mark should be little lengthier. So we can write more things. Okay. Third drop down arrow. Woman director. Woman director. Woman. Fourth drop down. Resident. Resident director. Then last drop down. Independent director. Okay, every section draw a flow chart like this. What we are going to do this in this section. Okay, so when you are reading in future, by just seeing this flow chart, you should try to explain all this drop down. Can you able to understand? You should not again and again you should not read the crux in, means like no points in it. So from this section, if they are asking question, only this 5 types of question can be asked. Like that, every section we have to split by section, subsection, clause, subclause, and you should write what type of questions can be asked from this section. How many types can be asked in this section? If we know in and out with clause and subclause and explanation, there is no more questions can be asked. Then how practically questions can be asked? So theoretically, practically, 2 things. Okay, working level knowledge illa, expert level knowledge is what required for CA final. So we are in the journey of becoming expert, but unless and until you get exposed to that, you will not become expert. Okay, it will take time, but we are in the journey, right? It will never end. Sir, if I complete your class, it will end. No, adala mudiyadhu. It will go. But that's the starting point. Okay. Now, so how many first who can become director? Come on, tell me, who can become a director? Only individual can become director. Only individual can become director. Only individual can become director. Then what is the second? How many directors? Sir, we have 3 types of companies: 1-person company, private company, public company. 1-person company, minimum number of director, maximum number of directors. Private limited company, minimum number of directors, maximum number of directors. Public limited company, minimum number of directors, maximum number. So 3 column. One is type of company, another one is minimum number of directors, another one is maximum number of directors. Now, point number 1 is, what is that? 1-person company, private company, public company. Now we will complete public companies first. Minimum number of directors in public company. Come on everyone, left hand side, right hand side. Minimum number of directors in public limited company. Minimum number of directors in public company. Have we done company audit? Yes or no? Have we done one public company audit? I am not asking about listed company. Public company. One public limited company. Huh? This and all is not theory, it is practical. Come on. 3. Minimum is 3. Maximum. Adachai. Are the subscriber to the public limited company? Yo. They are the shareholders, da. I am asking about directors, da. Unlimited, da. If I have 200 directors, what the company will become, da? Yo. 7 is number of subscribers to start public limited company, da. 15. It is there in IPCC. 2 weeks back only, I was teaching them, it was there in IPCC. Then, private limited company, minimum directors. Appa, 2. Enna elladhukkume 2 illa. Okay. Maximum 15. Now comes the twist. 1% company, minimum 1, maximum. How can you say 1? You have some justification, right? Shruti has justification. Shruti, you told 1, right? Why you are saying 1, sir? That is 1% company, sir. Only 1 people will be there. 1 member company. 1 member company. It's not like 1 director company. 1 member company is called 1% company. It's not 1 director company. 1% company can also have 15 directors. Okay? Understood? If my company is a bigger company, I am Reliance, okay, I am Birla. If my company wants to have more than 15 directors, what is the procedure? If the company needs to appoint more than 15 directors, what is the procedure? Point number 1. First of all, the board of directors has to decide and they should call EGM. Board of directors has to decide and they should call EGM. Then 2 things to be addressed. Whether your articles of association allows to appoint more than 15. Whether your articles allows more than 15. Okay. If not, amend the articles. If you want to amend the articles, what you should do? Pass special resolution. Amend the articles. Then, if you want to increase beyond 15, under section 149, you have to pass special resolution. That means how many special resolution is needed? 2 special resolution is needed. First special resolution under what section? Section 14, amendment of articles of association. The second special resolution is under section 149. Whenever you amend articles of association, should file forms with ROC. Whenever you pass special resolution, MGT 14 to be filed. So relevant forms to be filed with ROC. Okay. Next. This section, this part of the section, this maximum number of directors is not applicable for certain companies. Section 8 companies and for government companies, this maximum number of directors and amending by passing special resolution and all not applicable. They can just like that appoint directors beyond 15. They can appoint more than 15 directors. There is, see, even though they have 15 limit, they need not follow strictly. They can, section 8 and government company. Government company and section 8 companies. Okay, that means they can pass board resolution and they can appoint directors. Then, what is the third drop down? Woman director. 149 subsection 1 proviso. 149 subsection 1 first proviso is called woman director. Again drop down. Here you have two drop down. One is for listed company, woman directors must. For public company, again true drop down. So first true drop down, one is for listed company, another one is for public company. From public company, again true drop down. Paid up capital Second drop down turnover. So paid up capital 100 crores or more. Second drop down turnover 300 crores or more. That means woman director is not applicable to private company. So you need not have mandatorily one woman director in a private limited company, but you should have mandatorily one woman director in listed company and public company having either paid up or condition, either paid up capital or turnover. Okay, anyone if it is satisfied, they need to have woman director. If there is a vacancy in woman director, if she resigned, you have to appoint another woman director within 3 months or next board meeting, whichever is later. If there is a vacancy in woman director, it should be filled within 3 months or next board meeting, whichever is later.
Within 3 months from the date she has resigned.
Generally, they will be resigning in board meeting.
3 months or
Next board meeting, whichever is later. Okay. This part of this section can be clubbed with section 173 because that is board meeting section. When, what time board meeting has to be held. So they will mix that with woman director. Within what time the woman director is to be filled, they will ask. They will mix this two. They will give you some dates. They will mix it. That will be practical question. Okay. Next. Alternate director for woman director need not be woman. That's highlight. That means I will appoint one woman director. She will go abroad. I will put an alternate director and I will run the show. Alternate director for woman director need not be woman. No discrimination should be there in woman. That means what? You cannot pay less sitting fees to this woman director compared to other director. You cannot pay less sitting fees to woman director compared to another director. You can pay equally or you can pay more. So woman director, then resident director. Every company should have one director. Every company should have one director who is resident in India. Resident means, you know, right? 182 days they should be resided in India. Venkat, tell me, if I want to tell Venkat as resident, he should stay 182 days in which year? Generally, 9 மணிக்கு தான் வரும். 9 மணிக்கு அதுக்கப்புறம் போனோம். If you want to become resident director in a company, you should have stayed in India for a period of 182 days in which year? Generally, we will think previous year. No. In Companies Act, this financial year. What is this? A person who came from abroad. Okay. Financial year, current year. If in current year, if he stayed more than 182 days, we can appoint him as a resident director. Can you able to understand? So, it's an amendment happened in last year. So, Companies Act they are allowing even a person who came to India and settled down in India in the current year he can also be appointed as a president director. So in the previous year he need not be living in India, but in the current year he is living in India. It is possible. Can you able to understand? Right.
President director, AGM
It's not necessary. Even board of directors can appoint. See, appointment of director we will study in section 152. Wait, we are in 149.
Even suppose in current financial year, suppose it comes on 1st April, AGM 30th September, it's a good 180 days now. So
it's not necessary, da. See, why AGM appointment? Appointment of director can be done by even directors or by general meeting. That and all we will study in after 2-3 sections. Now, whatever I am telling, you just note it down. Okay? Then, president director is over. After that is what? Independent director. Resident director is 149 subsection 3. 149 subsection 3, president director. Now we will go for independent director. Okay. You please first understand, if I tell latest, write it. Don't expect me to tell history. How the section came, when and all it got amended. You will get confused. What is at present fresh? Can you able to understand? See, if you read income tax, one section got amended 5 times or 6 times. If you want to read when and all it got amended, you will be confused. What you can do? What is latest? Enough. Okay. My wife went to TGS, sir. TGS no faculty is there. Okay. He will tell latest amendment. Then my wife too. Okay, full of in 2006. Recent amendment. Recent amendment. Okay. In 2012. Okay. Fresh amendment. Then 2018. Yappa, wait panna. நீ சொல்லு இப்போ லேட்டஸ்ட்டாக என்ன? Because for him, he is seeing the history, geography of the section. So from day one, when and all it got amended, what we will think? This is the latest. இது இல்லை, இதுக்கப்புறம் வேறு. So அப்போ என்ன பண்ணா, she got more confused. She used to ask me, டேய் எதனா நான் படிக்கணும், நீ இதை படி போதும். No, that is the thing. But in our book, to enjoy the subject, I will mention that what was there, what is there. I will be mentioning that. But in class, I will tell the latest one. But in class, I will tell what? It got amended. That means what? There may be a possibility of asking one question here. There may be. Next. Independent director, right? See, initially our class will be slow. Initially, AKS Krishnan is known for his speed. Okay, I will complete the entire subject in 3 hours. It's been recorded and uploaded on YouTube called Brahmastra. You just go through it. In that session, in 1.5 minutes, this session is over. Section 149 is over in 1.5 minutes. But here it will be 1.5 hours. Okay, over a period of time, maybe after 2, 3, 4 classes, you can feel that class is so speed up. But initially, because after so much time you are coming for classes, theory class, that icebreaker should happen. My voice, structure, style, tempo, everything you should recognize. It should go inside. Okay, I am not using board. This is one way of teaching. Sometimes you would have experienced it. Sometimes it was be like, no, enna sir, neenga board thoda maatringa, kind of. Idella, that icebreaker should happen. It will take some time. For 2-3 classes it will take. After that, we will be gelling. Then it will be like flight swine. Okay, so now the flight slow move. It will be like, nada flight car oda slow. It will be like that only. But after that, okay. So ipo konjo slow. It will be fast. Okay. So this independent director, applicability, 200 flow chart. First drop down. Listed company. Mandatory. Second drop down. Public company. 3 drop down again. Public company. 300 flow chart. Paid up capital. Turnover. Loans, borrowings, debentures, deposit. LBDD. Loans, borrowing, debentures, deposit. LGBT ன்னு எழுதுறாதீங்க. LBDT. Paid up capital 10 crores or more. Turnover 100 crores or more. LBDD. Debentures, deposit. Loans, borrowing, deposit exceeding 50 crores. Here, if you put that exceeding symbol, that greater than symbol is there, no, box it. Box that exceeding symbol. You should use 2 color pens, okay? Don't use only blue pen, don't use only black pen. First of all, you should use only black pen. Black pen you should write, the full should be in black pen. Blue pen you put headings. Generally we used to write in blue pen, black we should put headings. No, change that. Black you should write, blue you should put headings. எல்லாரும் blue penல தான் எழுதுறீங்க நிறைய பேர். Change it. Black you should write. Institute needs it, right? Sir, in exam I will write beautifully, sir. In exam I will write in black pen, sir. From day 1 you should start. One day la you cannot become bodybuilder, right? How many independent directors should be there? For a listed company, 1/3 of the total number of directors should be independent. But if you read LODR, that's different. Okay? Venki, how many independent directors should be there as per LODR? In corporate governance, Vishnu, Harini, if chairman is a related party, nada. You know why I asked them? Because auditing la it is there. In corporate governance there is one chapter. LODR is there in auditing also. That's how they mixed auditing and law. One chapter. There are 2 chapters where you have to read auditing and law together. Okay. You forgot, no? Everything? You learnt and you forgot. You should tell, sir, chairman. Sir, somewhere chairman and independent director is getting connected, sir. Somewhere it is told 50% independent director, somewhere it's told 33% independent director. If there is a regular chairman who is a non-executive, who is a promoter. If there is a not regular chairman who is non-executive, who is not a promoter, it's 1/3. Can you able to understand? So, say, leave it. You are confused. But what I am saying is, law is 4th subject, auditing is 3rd subject. Auditing you should finish first, then only it's law. That's why I am telling you. But auditing is self-study subject. People get to 39 and fail. Right? Yes.
Was it or condition?
Which one? This is or condition. 10, 150 is or condition. See, if I tell some 3 drop down box and all, it's or condition only. If it is unconditional, I will specifically tell it's uncondition. Generally, it is or condition only. Any one satisfied, it's applicable. So, how many independent directors should be there in a listed company? 1/3. But bracket you should write, read LODR. It is different. You should write that. Read LODR, it is different. And linked with chairperson. Exam la you should write whatever you want, whatever you think. Law and all, you have that freedom. You can tell examiner, I am brilliant. Your answer, your question, you should have been very clear. Okay. But LODR is applicable only to which company? Listed company. If the question is normal limited company, then don't write ishtathikku. Then it will become custom for you. So, if the question is the limited company which is listed, then you can write brilliant. You can write, hey, you didn't mention who is chairman, etc. Okay. See, there is no one answer for one question. Okay. Write, show your brilliance. Show your brilliance. I'm telling you, show your brilliance. I got 80 in DT in my final. Don't ask me whether you got rank and all. If you did articles in NCR and all, they will give only 70 days leave. 70 days rank vangadala kudura kombu. Very, very difficult. Passing itself is difficult. 70 days how many days they will call you, Krishna, okay, we have this doubt. In which file you stored? You put on pen drive, no, that is crashed. Can you explain? 2 minutes, one junior will call you, you explain. 1 day out. Within the 70 days itself. So, gone case it is. So, but exposure, so much exposure. DT and all, class, okay, yes. Because of class, 50 marks. Because of my practical exposure, another 30 marks. DT, I used to keep in mind at least 120 case laws thorough. Including that versus people also I will read. Sometimes ITR page number I used to read. So, it's like 269 ITR 235. That means what? 269 ITR, page number 235, it is there. That's how you should read DT. DT and all, appadi irukano. If somebody says this is disallowable expenses, you should say it's allowable expenses. For example, somebody says the company has invested in another company. Okay, hence as per 14A, this much amount should be disallowed. Then you should tell what? As per Chettinad Logistics, okay, ITR number so and so, given by this much court, this court, Apex court, or High court. Then you should tell what? 14A will be disallowed only if there is an exempted income. If there is no exempted income, you cannot assume that the exempted income will come in future. Then that's why I am disallowing this. If exempted income is there, that at that point of time I will disallow. This and all you should know. Fingertips you should have some case laws. At least 50-60 case law you should have. Then your answer may be wrong. Because answer may be wrong because what? Exam key and the answer is not there. But your answer is right as per practical scenario. There is no one answer for one question. In a costing you will say no, optimum solution. So sometimes they will have one more iteration will go. If 0 vanduchina rendu irukum matrix la. 0 comes that means one more possibility is there. Yes, transportation la we will be studying that. It's possible to have 2 answers for one question. See, if assessing officer know everything, then what is the work of chartered accountants? If chartered accountants know everything, then what is the work of assessing officer? He will say it is wrong, we will say it is right. He will have one case law, I will have one case law. Achippo. Ting, 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 ting. That's how the entire income taxes came, right? 248 section. Then why this big book? Why section, subsection? Why AA, AAA, JJC? AA, BB? 4 digit. Okay, after that is numbers. Why? Because interpretation. Fight. Correct? They will keep on interpreting. Adukku or team irukku. See, CSR is not allowable expenses as per income tax. Who told? Who told? CSR is also allowable under expenses and income tax, but you should spend money in this point of the CSR. Sir, skill development or point irukku. Section 35 there is one section. Adula vandittu if you spend as per income tax it is allowable expenses. Can you able to understand? So, which part of the CSR is as per income tax also allowable you should know. And if you give that consultancy, you can charge 5 lakh rupees fees. See, normal who want? Everyone want that loopholes only. We should become expert. Enjoy income tax and study. Go to a class in such a way you should enjoy the subject. Don't tell them, don't think like, no, sir, income tax 80 hours I should finish. Company Act 50 hours I should finish. GST will go only for crash course. Future is all about knowledge. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. You can be even third attempt pass, but you should have extraordinary knowledge. First attempt pass, even today people are not getting job. You can be third attempt or fourth attempt, but with extraordinary knowledge. If companies say, why I should hire you? You should kill them with your knowledge. You have to hire me, man. You have to hire me. There is no other go for you. And the confidence level you should have. Don't think, sir. Even 30,000 rupees you pay, sir. Please, sir, I will work, sir. You are singing charter accountant. Okay, we are. Like only 3 lakh people is there for 130 crore people. Only 3 lakh charter accountants are there. 130 crore people is there. Only 3 lakh. அந்த 3 lakh how many people are live? We don't know. Totally 3 lakh. How many people are live? How many people are more than 70 years of age? We don't know. How many people retired? That means hardly 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakh people will be in practice. How many people in practice? How many people in employment? Otherwise, if you split, hardly it will be like. Can you able to understand? So we are one among in crore. Can you able to understand? Feel proud. Don't go for job as 30,000, 40,000 rupees and all. Waste. I think instead you can do some other course after finishing CA. If you think you don't have knowledge, do another course. Do one more course like CPA you can do. No, you have to spend 1 lakh rupees. Okay, spend. Because after spending that 1 lakh rupees, your per annum CTC will increase, no? அதெல்லாம் திங்க் பண்ணாதீங்க. 1 lakh போனால் போட்டோம். But you should finish CPA if you want to. See, I know people who did MBA after CA and got 17 lakhs package. Just CA 6 lakhs package. After 2 years, he has invested somewhere around 20 lakh rupees in MBA. But he got 16 lakhs package. When the CA will become 16 lakh package after 6 years, that time he will be on 1 crore package. So don't mind in spending. Okay? Become expert I want. Okay? Next, come. So independent director. How many independent directors should be there in a public limited company? 3. One second. 1/3 or 2. At least 2 independent directors should be there. Anga 1/3, inga at least 2. Public limited company where this is applicable. Where this turnover exceeds 100 crores, paid up capital 10 crores, loans exceeding 50 crores. So you should have at least 2 independent directors. Okay? Then, who is said to be independent? Who is said to be independent? When a person is said to be independent? That's the question. Answer. It should not be relative to a promoter or director. You should not be employee of the company in preceding 3 years. That means past employee can become independent director, but not immediately. 3 years you should be outside. Should not be relative to A. நான் பால்கனியில் உட்காந்து கொஷின் கேட்குறேன், மனசாட்சி இல்லாமல். கிளாஸில் இவ்வளோ ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்குது. வாடா இங்கே வந்து உட்காரு. இப்போ நான் சொல்கிறேன், வா இங்கே உட்காரு. பாவம் இங்கே வந்து. So you should not be relative to promoters, directors. You should not be employee in last 3 years. You should not have any pecuniary relationship with the company. Pecuniary relationship. Pecuniary means monetary interest. Monetary means what? Creditor, debtor. Okay, creditor, debtor. Next. Should not hold shares more than 2%. Should not hold shares more than 2%. That means he can be a shareholder. He should not be auditor, partner, employee, relatives. He should not be company's auditor, partner, employee, relative. Hey, எழுதுடா. I will repeat. என்ன பாயிண்ட் எழுதிருக்கா?
You should not be related to promoter.
Point number 1. Second, you should not be employee in last 3 years. You should not hold pecuniary interest. Should not be shareholder, holding more than 2%. At the
Holding more than 2%.
இப்போ சொன்னேன் அதே எதுனே இல்லையா? What I told last, auditor, no? You should not be auditor, partner or a relative. See, what we say auditor as dash auditor?
Company.
Independent auditor. Okay, auditor report, independent auditors report only, no. So you are independent. Then your partner, can he be independent auditor in the company? No. You cannot. Even though you are independent auditor. Your relative also cannot become independent director in that company. But this is not the same case for advocates. If there is an advocate firm, that advocate firm one partner is giving consultancy for the company and he is giving bill in the firm name. If the company pays consultancy fees for the advocate firm, still the advocate firm's people can become independent director in the company. But the fees which the advocate firm is getting from the company should not exceed 10% of the total turnover of that advocate firm. If the advocate firm has 1 crore rupees as their yearly turnover, they should not have obtained more than 10 lakh rupees fees from this company. That means I am not dependent on your company. Can you able to prove? If yes, then you can become. So advocate firm can become, means like partner of the advocate firm or employee of the advocate firm can become independent director, provided the remuneration is not crossed 10% of the total turnover of the firm. It's not even firm, it can be even individual. Understood? Next, if the company is contributing, listen, if the company is contributing to a non-profit organization, CEO of that non-profit organization cannot become independent director of the company. CEO of that non-profit organization cannot become independent director of the company, provided the company contributes more than 25% of the total receipt of the non-profit organization. That means the non-profit organizations depend on their company for the receipts. So the CEO of this non-profit organization cannot become independent director of the company. Right. If the company contributes to non-profit organization, CEO of the NPO cannot become independent director provided the company, means the non-profit organization receives more than 25% of the receipts from the company, directors and the shareholders. Companies, directors and promoters, you should put together, okay? So if Reliance Foundation has Mr. Mehta as CEO, Mr. Mehta cannot become independent director of Reliance Industries, provided Reliance Industries is contributing 25% of the total receipts of the Reliance Foundation. See, Mr. Mehta may not be relative for Ambani. Mr. Mehta may not be holding shares in Reliance. Even then, Mr. Mehta cannot be appointed because
He's a CEO of the
okay. Next. Okay. See, each and every point you put yourself into that section, then understand the section. That means you are an advocate where you are receiving contribution as a remuneration from the company. Can you become independent? You are an auditor, whether your partner can. So put yourself, every point like you should be in that point. Then only in examination the flow will come automatically. Otherwise it will be like a mugging up. I will never ask you to mug up any section numbers or anything. But after some time you will tell automatically. After 5 days, I'm telling you, after 5 classes, you will tell so many sections. But you have never mugged up. Enna, you put yourself in that situation. Okay, next. Whether the independent director will get any remuneration? Independent director will not get any fixed remuneration. Independent director will not get any fixed remuneration, but he will get remuneration. In what form? Sitting fees, reimbursement of expenses, profit linked commission. Sitting fees, reimbursement of expenses and profit linked commission. Sitting fees how much? Up to 1 lakh per sitting, which is given in section 197. Up to 1 lakh per sitting. But no company will give 1 lakh and all. But up to 1 lakh they can pay per sitting. Per sitting, per director. Okay?
Sitting fee, reimbursement expenses and
Profit linked commission. Reimbursement expenses, actuals. Profit linked commission, in your IPSC, that overall maximum managerial remuneration 11%, have you studied one sum? And the sum, that 11% is there, no, including independent director 11%. So it's not only the MD, managing director, okay, including all directors, including, so there is no, what, sir, independent director, what percentage you should not ask. Including independent director, the overall should not cost 11%, okay. Next. Whether the independent director is responsible for all activities of the company. Independent director is responsible if he given consent for any resolution. Whether independent director is responsible for all activities of the company. Independent director is responsible if he has given consent. Whether independent director is responsible for all activities of the company. See, he is responsible for the decision if he has say yes, if he has said yes. Understood? Whether independent director be there for so many years in the company. One person got appointed as independent director. Can he continue in the company as independent director for so many years? Once an independent director is appointed, he can be appointed up to 5 years. Up to 5 years. One independent director is appointed, his tenure is up to 5 years. Somewhere also we studied 5 years, no? Where? Independent auditor, 5 years, right? So is there any difference between auditor and director in this 5 years? No. I am telling, don't think of 10 years and all. Firm not 10 years, individual. I am not asking about that. 5 years they can appoint independent director. 5 years we shall appoint auditors. Is there any difference in this 5 years? Stupid fellows. Say. Here it is can, here it is shall. Adudha matter. Cooling period, mannangatti, lottu losuku. See, I am asking about this 5 years. Inna beautiful wording theriyumada Companies Act. It is can, may. That means what? I can appoint independent director for 2 years. I can appoint independent director for 3 years. I can appoint independent director for 4 years, 5 years. Here, I cannot appoint auditor for less than 5 years period. Can you able to enjoy this? This is how you should read. Every company, in its first annual general meeting shall appoint auditor for a period of 5 years from the conclusion of first annual general meeting till the conclusion of 6th annual general meeting and frame thereon every 6th annual general meeting. This is what section 139(1). Here the company may appoint an independent director for a period not exceeding 5 years. That means I can appoint independent director for 3 years or 2 years also. And you can appoint independent director, you can reappoint the independent director. The company can reappoint independent director. The company can reappoint independent director for another 5 years. Reappointment, you should pass special resolution and you should give justification. Special resolution and justification.
Reappointment of canon.
What is the similarity between these? An independent director is appointed, suppose for a period of 3 years, he can resign in between. So similarly, an auditor can also resign. So that is the similarity. No.
I see. I am telling this because the wordings there and here is different.
Because the ratification is needed every year or once 3 years appointment.
Where? Independent director. See, it's not ratification. The director should tell that the independence of the independent directors is not getting affected. There is one point, it's not ratification and all. Ratification is not necessary for auditor also. Here in board report, they should justify this person is independent. Every year they should justify. Then, see, can I appoint X, Y, Z in the road as independent director in my company? I need one independent director, right? So can I appoint X, Y, Z in the road? No. You should be expert. You should be expert. So only an expert person can become independent. So okay, I should be expert in what? Accounting. Finance. Enough? That's difficult. One person cannot be expert in accounts as well as in marketing. So I cannot be 360-degree expert and all. So he can be expert in accounts, he can be expert in finance, he can be expert in law, he can be expert in marketing, he can be expert in marketing, sales, administration. So in any field he can be expert. But we will appoint at least a person who is expert in finance. Why? Because in LODR, audit committee at least one expert in finance should be there. All people in audit committee should be financially literate, but one expert person should be there in the, come on, finance. In audit committee, it's given in LODR. Can you appreciate this point? So even though the section has, you can be expert in anything, so what the company will do, the company will appoint at least one expert in finance and one other expert. One 49, 4 to 6, up to 12. 4 to 6 is applicability, up to 12 is whatever we are reading. We are in like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 we are going. It's a bigger section.
A public limited company has turnover of 450 crores. So I should appoint at least 2 independent directors. One of them is a women director. Is it tenable?
See, we never told woman director should be independent director. We should have one woman director.
No, but you said in a public limited company, either of the two conditions, if you can turnover more than 300 crores.
Amama, I told woman director should be there. Woman director can be that as a relative, no. My wife can be woman director in my company. I am a public limited company. Woman director, they never told she should be independent. Where it is told?
No, whether independent director can be a women director.
Okay, she can be. Okay, enough. No issue. See, independent director can also be woman director. But it's not necessary that woman director should be independent director. So if your woman director is independent director, 2 conditions is satisfied in one, correct? That's what you are saying. See, you know, listed company, they never got woman director. So many independent, first when the company got Companies Act introduced, no, almost 1 year period, many listed company never appointed independent director. Sorry, independent director, woman director. They told, sir, no one is coming forward, sir. North la big problem is there. No woman for that companies, they are not coming forward to get appointed. Abdina they told. Then MCA told mandatory. 6 months time there maximum. Should fall in place. Somewhere you will get woman director. You put it. Abdin put down. Can you able to understand? See, getting on company secretary, how difficult it is, you know. If a company's paid up capital is more than 5 crores, private limited company also, rule 8A is there. If your company's paid up capital is more than 5 crores, you should have company secretary. If you don't have company secretary, form 22A will not get uploaded. 3 and INC form 22. Talavali. Okay, it will not get uploaded. How many company secretaries are there? What? See, company secretary who is going to become employee may not be expert in filing all the forms. Even a company secretary is getting appointed, we will still go for practicing company secretary only. Can you able to understand? So, and this company secretary people, they are not expert in accounts. So, can I put in finance department and put him as finance manager? Nakkin poidum company. Now, so thing is, a chartered accountant who finished company secretary, can you able to understand? He is having edge over other company secretary. So, please write CS exam. Please write CS exam. You may not be recognized as chartered accountant. You will be recognized as a company secretary, but you can charge a huge amount of salary because you can be finance manager in a company, but in financial statements you can sign as a company secretary. Can you able to understand? Okay. Or you can satisfy the condition of appointing a company secretary. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்குடா, சின்ன சின்ன ப்ரொவிஷன்ஸ்லாம் இருக்குது. That is the reason in Andhra everyone is studying 3 CA, CWA, CS. One person gave me sweet. He completed triplet and he completed BCom and his age is 22. Impossible. Then he violated at least 3 sections. Form 112 என்ன போட்டிருப்பான்? There is one form 112, right? You would have put BCom. BCom is 3 years course. Correct இல்லையா? So if he is studying BCom and CA, then how could have he completed CWA? அப்படின்னா all these people are in Andhra, they are violating chartered accountants rules. What institute is doing? We people are like, no, hey, very good ra, congrats ra. See, when I was doing my articles, I want to do CS, I want to do CMA, but the stupid BCom, Madras University, okay, 3 years எதுவும் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டான். As if I am reading BCom. I don't know what is subject name till I went to the exam hall. அதே நான் பிட் அடிப்பேன், அங்கே போட்டுருவோம் ஆல் டிக்கெட், இதான் சப்ஜெக்ட் நேமா, ஓகே எழுதுவோம். What is what we don't know, and we got 65 marks also. Casting I failed, accounts I failed, BCom la. Why I failed I don't know. I got good marks in CA but I failed in BCom. Why I failed I don't know. நான் 3 இயர்லேயும் அரியர், ஒரு இயரில் அரியர் வச்சா பரவாயில்ல, எல்லா இயரும் அரியர். I completed my BCom after I completed my CA. அரியர் இருந்தது. I failed literally. It's not like not going to the exam hall. நான் failed. My mom used to say, என்னடா ஃபெயில் ஆகிற BComல, தெரிலம்மா ஏன் ஃபெயில் ஆகிற. Okay, so the thing is, institute why the restriction is there? If they remove the restriction, okay, do அப்படின்னாங்கன்னா, because BComக்கு no one is studying. At least CS and CW you will be studying, right? See, according to the society we need one degree. That is the reason everyone is doing BCom. If I complete correspondence BCom as if I am getting 35,000 rupees salary, அப்போல்லாம் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. 3,000 rupees also is not enough. Okay, but every parent wants at least correspondence BCom போடு, கரெக்டாக? If you put correspondence BCom, 112 will be filled. Then what you will do? CS CW எப்போ பண்ணுவேன்? After you complete CA வா? After completing CA we will never touch the book. அவ்வளோதான், புரிஞ்சு போச்சு, தூக்கி லேஃப்டில் வச்சுருவோம். புக்குன்னு எவ்வளோ சொன்னீமா உனக்கு தலையை வெட்டிடுவோம். ஓகே, ஸோ வி வில் நெவர் டச் புக்ஸ். But some people will be there. Some people will be after studying CA, like me also, they will study. Okay. But after some time, adum bore adichidum. See, immediately after finishing CA, you'll be thinking, hey, then kudunga, then padikkanum, then kudunga. Abbi or feel irukum. Generally, after the examination, immediately, for example, Nagalakshmi, yesterday only she completed exam, today she will like, no, come, give something, I will read. But அதெல்லாம் ஒரு 1 month அந்த ஃபீல்லாம் என்ன ஃபீலிங் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு 1 month அந்த ஃபீலிங் அதுக்கப்புறம் போயிடும். See, after marriage, people will think what wonders will happen. Then after 30 days, they will wonder what happened. Okay, in my own case. Okay. ஒரு 30-40 days வாவ் இருக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் ரொம்ப நார்மல் ஆகிடும். Then it will be so much commitment. That's like, you know, after finishing, somebody will tell, after finishing school, you will enjoy. Okay. After finishing school, till my school, I never woke up before sunrise. Okay, after school, I never slept beyond 9 o'clock. School படிக்கும்போது Sunday 11 o'clock குறைஞ்சு நான் எழுந்ததே கிடையாது. 11 o'clock I will get up. Even Monday if it's exam, I will not wake up before 11 o'clock in Sunday. Sunday நான் தூங்கணும். இப்போல்லாம் ஐயோ, அதுவும் கிளாஸ் போதெல்லாம் சண்டே தான் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா கிளாஸ் வைப்பான். 6 o'clockலேருந்து 1 o'clock. ஓகே, வச்சு செய்வாங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி நம்மளை. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஐ வென்ட் டு டேக்ஸ் டு RSN. ஈவினிங் அவர் பிடிச்சிப்பார், மார்னிங் இவர் பிடிச்சிப்பார். ஐயோ சாவடிப்பாங்க என்ன. தூக்கமே கிடையாதுடா, மனுஷன் தூங்கவானா. அப்போ போச்சு, இப்போ வரைக்கும் போச்சு. எங்கள் அம்மா சொல்லுவாங்க, CA முடிச்சதுக்கப்புறம் நீ திருவன் நினச்சேன்டா, சாவடிக்கிறேடான்னு. பிகாஸ் மை மாம் ஹேஸ் டு பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட்டில் கட்டணும்ல. ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ஃபேட் ஆஃப் மை மாம். நவ் கம் பேக். ஸோ வேர் ஆர் தி எக்ஸ்பர்ட் இன் ஃபினான்ஸ், லா, அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன், சேல்ஸ், மார்க்கெட்டிங். Law, administration, sales, marketing, anything he can be expert. Anyone he should be expert. Can you remove independent director? Yes. Under section 169 you can remove independent director. Can he resign? Under section 168 he can resign. Under section 169 he can remove. Under section 168 he can resign. See, imagine what are all conditions for independent director. You should be expert. You should never ask for salary. There is no fixed salary for you. If you are expert, do you work for any company without salary? No, right? Then the company will say, sir, I will pay you profit linked commission. If you have profit, you will pay. Otherwise, as if every company is having profit this time. என்ன லாஸ் ரிப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க தெரியும்ல, பேங்கர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல் ஃப்ளோ லாஸ் ரிப்போர்ட். Have you seen Bharti Airtel loss this time? Some 20,000 crores they have written off. போயிடுச்சு. 28,000 crores நினைக்கிறேன், I think this quarter. ஸோ அப்போ இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் ஆர்டர் என்ன நினைப்பாங்க, I will get profit linked commission Airtel. இப்போ சார், you came for 2 sittings and 3 sittings for this company, no? So one sitting I will pay 5,000 rupees sitting fees. Reimbursement expenses, train ticket I will reimburse. Okay, to and fro I will reimburse. Sir, please don't come in first AC, come in sleeper class. Okay. எங்க இருக்க கொடுக்க காசு. That's the thing. So independent director will never come. So where from this company appointed independent director? Where they will get these people? Harichandra's second cousin. Where they will get these people? Central government will give you database. Section 150 is there. Central government will give you database. From the database you can appoint one independent director. Understood? So right. Central government எப்படி போகுது? We people will be empaneling ourselves. The retired people will be there, no? After 58 years, what they will do? I am expert in marketing. I am expert in sales. They will empanel themselves. And they will be appointed as independent director in the company. But whether the company will appoint you, that's a different issue. So independent director is called non-executive director. That means you will not be with the company throughout the day. Executive means a person should be there throughout the day, like an employee. He is a non-executive director. Okay, independent directors are non-executive directors. But not all non-executive directors are independent directors. In a private limited company, you would have done an audit of a company where there is a director. Whether it is executive director or non-executive director. Can you able to understand? In a private limited company where you are doing audit, there is one director. Whether he is an executive director or non-executive director. He is just a director. He is just a director. Now tell me whether he is executive director or non-executive director. Then you should think, sir, if the director is a director for only one company and he is there in the office from 10 to 5 every day, then he is a executive director. If he is director in two companies, that means he is a non-executive director. Can you able to understand? Most of the directors in a private limited company will be non-executive director. Most of the company directors will be non-executive directors, because they will be director in 2-3 companies also. So they cannot become executive director, no. General knowledge. You ask your senior this question today, basic question: what is executive and non-executive director? They will not tell. Executive means executive, non-executive means non-executive. Indian economy ki our economy, Indian economy is best. இப்படி தான் பேசணும்ப்பா. எதுவும் தெரியாது. I will tell you. If one person is full time in one, how many companies you can do articles? You can do articles in only one uniform. No, morning to evening you should be there. That's what. So if you are a director in a company where you are a full time employee, then how can you be director in some other company? So I should be non-executive in all the companies. Can you able to understand? See, I will violate what I will tell now. What I am saying now, I will violate somewhere. But if I want to violate, there should be some rules and regulations for that violation. Companies Act says that you can violate that. I am saying what? You cannot become full-time director in more than one company. But if I tell section 203, in 203 the same mouth, okay, the same mouth will tell what? Okay, you can be MD in 2 company. But the second company should be the subsidiary of the first company. Same floor, same building. Okay. Can you able to understand? So if the second company is a subsidiary of the first company, I can be full-time director in 2 companies. The same mouth will tell, no, you can be full-time director in one more company other than the subsidiary company. That means third company. Holding company la I am MD. Subsidiary company la I can become MD. One more company la I can become MD. Provided this company and that company passes board resolution unanimously. Okay, that Krishnan, he can handle 3 jobs at a time. He is multifaceted faculty. Okay, he can be faculty of he can be faculty. Up to 9 o'clock I am a faculty. Up to 1 o'clock I am a consultant. After 2 o'clock I am a practicing chartered accountant in income tax office. So till 1 o'clock I will be like a consultancy. டாக்டர்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க வாங்க எல்லாம் லைன் நின்னுங்க, யாருக்கு என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் சொல்லுங்கள் ஒரு மாதிரி. ஸோ ஐ டூ கன்சல்டன்சி, transaction advisory. After 2 o'clock ஃபைல் தூக்கிட்டு ஐ வில் கோ டு இன்கம் டேக்ஸ் ஆஃபீஸ், RBI, பேங்க்கு. RBI gave appointment. Today Thursday வா? ஆமாம், Thursday appointment is there. Monday and Thursday RBI will give appointments. Other days they will not give appointments. 3 to 4:30 appointment time generally. So if you have compounding application etc., if you want anything, you can go to RBI only on Monday and Thursday. Income tax, they will invite us, come. Okay. So multifaceted people. Some people can do that, right? You have to forego your sleep, you have to forego your family life, no personal, no social activity. What you can do? You can earn. Correct? You can earn. Point number 1, you can earn. You can get respect, huge respect you have. You can become popular. But for that you have to leave so many things. See, எதுவுமே பண்ணாமல் கூட பண்ணலாம், ஒரு பொலிட்டிஷியன் கூட ஃப்ரெண்டாக இருக்கணும். ஓகே, லீவ் எவ்ரி திங் மாதிரி. See, there are n number of ways. So MD can be MD in 3 companies also. But I will tell that what in which section. But as of now, what we are studying? 149. So till 203. So அதுக்கு நிறைய பேஸ் போடணும். Okay. Now section 150 says what? Central government, section 150. Central government will give you a database. Central government will give you a database. Time என்ன? சரி முடிச்சிடுறேன். லாஸ்ட் செக்ஷன் ஒரே லைன் தான் இந்த செக்ஷன். See 149 will go 2.5 page, but 150 will be only one line. படித்தவுடன் கிழிக்கும். Okay. So section 150 says what? Central government will give database from where the company will be selecting independent director. So generally people expert who thinks they are expert, they will be empaneling themselves in this database. So let us recap. Women director applicability. Lesser company mandatory, public company having paid up capital 100 or 300 turnover. Independent director applicability for public limited company. Turnover 100 crores or more. LBDT exceeding 50 crores. How many independent director in public limited company? In listed company? As per LODR? Up to 50%. Okay, it says 50%. Okay. So next class we will read the section from the book. We will read the section, then we will start next section. See you. Bye bye.